What's going on, YouTube subscribers? It's your boy KSK Sports here, and I got a good one for you guys. What $230 million contract? What do I mean by that? But before I get into that, if you have not subscribed to KSK Sports, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hype the video up as well. Hey, I appreciate those hypes, Will, Miss Dookie. I need some more hypes, not just from you guys, but from all you other wonderful people that subscribe to KSK Sports. Hype the video so it gets out to more people. Share the video. Thanks, Miss Duke, for sharing it on Twitter as well, even though I'm not on Twitter. I appreciate that. Much respect to Will, BTN Sports Network. If you have not subbed to my homie Will, sub to the channel. He got great graphics. You're just gonna get me over here. I'm more from a journalistic standpoint. He's gonna break it down from a. It looks like he played football. I didn't play football, but I'm come from a journalistic background. I was sports editor at Youngstown State University. I wrote for my high school newspaper, and I've been doing KSK Sports since 2017. So I'm more of the journalistic side of things, media. And my boy Will looks like he's a former football player. So follow my guy for sure, for sure. But get into Andrew Berry. Andrew Berry had a very interesting conversation with Deebo and Joe Hayden. Deebo and Joe, if you have not checked that podcast out, check it out. It's a very excellent podcast where it has James Harrison, a.k.a. Deebo, former Pittsburgh Steelers great. I mean, I don't have any shame in saying that as a Cleveland Browns fan. James Harrison gave the Cleveland Browns headaches, and he laid the wood to a lot of Cleveland Browns players, especially Colt McCoy. There's a game on Monday Night Football where I was like, I felt really bad for Colt McCoy. He lit Colt McCoy up, and I believe Colt McCoy left the game with a concussion. Whoo, James Harrison. He used to give Cleveland Browns quarterbacks nightmares out there. And then, of course, Joe Hayden, probably one of my, might be my favorite Cleveland Browns player of all time. I think Shedeur, he's creeping up where Joe Hayden was, but I still got to give respect to the OG Joe Hayden. Cleveland Brown great, played with the Steelers later in his career because my Browns erroneously cut him. I'm still mad about that. That was like in the infancy stages of KSK Sports over on Meta. I woke up one day and I saw the news that Joe Hayden was cut from the Cleveland Browns. It was like one of my first videos that I made over on Meta that really got some motion. I got like 5,000-6,000 views. It was like, I think it was in my first year doing what I'm doing here on Meta, and I was like, man, I really made it. It was before I was even monetized over there. But anyways, enough of me, enough of the pleasantries. Let's get into what I really want to talk about in this video. Deebo and Joe, they interviewed Andrew Berry, and he gave a very interesting perspective on the quarterback battle between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Let me read this entire transcript because it's a lot. It's a lot to get into. It's a lot to take. So I'm going to just read it through, and then I'm going to give my opinions like throughout, like I usually do. It doesn't matter what they're paid when they're on the field. Wow, just right away, Andrew Berry coming out swinging. He said, I don't really care about your $230 million contract. If you stink, you stink, Deshaun. No, Deshaun didn't stink in the preseason game. I thought he played average ball. He did some good things. He was kind of jittery in the pocket, I felt. After the fumble, it felt like he kind of was really skittish and he was unsure about what he wanted to do. But before that, Deshaun was cooking. But anyways, let's get into more of what AB Andrew Berry said on Deebo and Joe. What we want are wins, performance, and production. There are going to be high salary players that could be outperformed by low salary players. I think that was a very interesting thing to say and how he worded it. There are high salary players that can be outperformed by low salary players. What you AB, are you saying that Shedeur Sanders is outperforming Deshaun Watson? I'm just saying, ultimately it's a Todd Monkey decision. But Andrew Berry, it seems like Andrew Berry giving Shedeur his proper respect. So all those people out there that's trying to be like, the Browns are going to trade Shedeur, it sure doesn't seem like the guy who would pull the trade off, shipping Shedeur away, thinks that it'll be a wise idea to let go of Shedeur Sanders. It seems like Andrew Berry wants Shedeur here, and it seems like possibly a long-term quarterback option for the Cleveland Browns, whether that be a starter or a backup, bro. Shedeur ain't going anywhere, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I told y'all that last year on Facebook. I told you guys that Shedeur ain't going anywhere. Shedeur is a Cleveland Brown. The Cleveland Browns, they love Shedeur. He ain't going anywhere. Why would you trade away somebody that you love from a developmental aspect, maybe to mold to be that quarterback, your franchise quarterback of the future? Maybe Shedeur isn't there quite yet, but they're molding him, and I feel like Todd Monken believes that Shedeur can be the guy to lead this Cleveland Browns team going forward past this season. Because I don't believe Deshaun is going to be on this team past this season. Let's see. That's particularly important at the most important position in sports, which is quarterback. It's a performance-based decision. The contract does not matter. Now, this is the second time he's alluded to the contract not mattering. And ultimately, like I said, it's Todd Monken's decision. But I believe Andrew Berry, with his pool and his decision-making inside the organization, I think he's going to have a little bit of say in this. Ultimately, it's going to be Todd Monken's decision. But I'm going to assume that there is a round table where it's Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, and Todd Monken really discussing this. I really think it might be a collaborative effort and not just Jimmy Haslam from his ivory tower just saying, oh, I want Deshaun to start. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm speculating, but I think I'm right. Let's see. It's a performance-based decision. The contract does not matter. I just read that. We're pleased with both guys. I think they're both had a nice preseason, and they did some good things in the game this weekend. Ultimately, it's performance and production that's going to decide. It's going to determine the decision for Todd Monken. My bad. I got sloppy journalistic handwriting. So, man, just based on what AB said, there's a lot to unpack there. He said the contract's not going to matter. It's going to be based on performance and production, and that ultimately is going to be Todd Monken's decision. Let's fast forward to Todd Monken. Todd Monken has not made a decision yet. Everybody needs to calm down about this. People are speculating, and they're saying, oh, it's Deshaun's job. The Shedeur not going to win the QB1. Hey, until Todd Monken makes a decision, I'm under the assumption that it can either be Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. And, you know, I know people are looking at the tea leaves, are looking at this week. They're looking like, ooh, it's kind of skewed for Deshaun. Deshaun's practicing with the ones today in pads. Shedeur, there's going to be just shorts tomorrow, no pads with the ones. Maybe he wants Shedeur to get an easy week. I don't know. I still believe this is a competition. People think it's over. People think it's Deshaun Watson's job. I mean, until Todd Monken explicitly says Deshaun Watson is the quarterback one for our first game, I'm going to believe it's a competition like he's been saying the entire time. And according to Andrew Berry, based on what he said, it seems like Andrew Berry is insinuating that a low-salary player like Shedeur Sanders, even if he's on par or slightly better than Deshaun, you should play him. That's what Andrew Berry, that's what I got from it. It's insinuating that, hey, just because Shedeur making a little bit over $1 million, he's shown in practice that he is capable of being the guy, being the leader for the Cleveland Browns. He's capable of being the starting quarterback for this team. And, I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. I mean, Shedeur didn't exactly play, like, terrible in the Chicago Bears game, although he did throw the interception. Shedeur did throw 78 yards in one quarter. I'm just saying he had two big explosive plays, and Todd Monken didn't allow him to convert that fourth down, or they would have scored. They ran the ball on fourth down. I really thought Todd Monken really didn't want to give too much of his hand. He didn't want to, just open out the whole playbook. He just, had a vanilla run. It's a vanilla playbook. It's vanilla everything, vanilla defense. You don't want to give too much. You want to get your guys out there. You want to see how they perform against another team. I get that aspect. I would have liked to see Shedeur get an opportunity to, run pass option on that fourth down. But I'm okay with the decision just to run the ball up the middle. Put it on. Hey, offensive line. Hey, you got to pick up 1 yard, bro. You just got to pick up 1 yard. That's on the offensive line. Y'all let Shedeur down on that one. Because if they get that fourth down conversion, Shedeur absolutely scores, either running the ball or throwing the ball in the end zone. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about what AB said. It's a lot to unpack. AB on point with his assessment of the quarterback situation. A very, very good, intel knowledge. That's not the word I want to use. Great information, insider information from Andrew Berry. This is not what you're gonna get just from people that are journalists or people that are at the training camps. People like at ESPN Cleveland that are at the practices every day. It's not open to the public anymore. So for Andrew Berry to go on a podcast like Deebo and Joe and just give up all this information, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, especially for content's sake. This is an excellent video. I was able to say what Andrew Berry said and elaborate on it. And man, great perspective. And I'm trying to search for the right word. Intelligent. Great perspective. That's the word I'm looking for. Great perspective from Andrew Berry, because he's the general manager. He's the decision-making person for the Cleveland Browns. So for him to say all these things, and it seems like that statement that he made, very pro Shedeur. Very pro Shedeur if you ask me. Very pro Shedeur if you ask me. Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping. It sounds like it was very pro Shedeur. But let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, KSK rolling out. Like, comment, subscribe. Rolling out. Peace.